Ja, willkommen zurück bei Return to Monkey Island. In der letzten Folge haben wir ja gelernt, wie man einen Wischmopp selber herstellen kann. Und ja, darum wollen wir uns jetzt kümmern, indem wir erstmal ins Innere der Insel aufbrechen und mal die erneut erkunden. Also seit Teil 1 hat sich ja wahrscheinlich einiges getan. Jetzt sieht man zumindest die Wege schön deutlich, ne? Aber wenn ich mich recht erinnere, sind die Wege alle noch gleich. Hier ist die Werft, also hier war früher Stans Laden. Da gehen wir jetzt hin und sehen.
Wow, that's worse than I imagined. It says, Tan's previously owned vessels. So sad. Stan's used to be the best place to buy used ships. The assets of this establishment have been seized to settle a class action lawsuit. Have a nice day. The window's all boarded up, and it's very dark in there. Is that an old toothbrush?
Ja, wie komme ich denn jetzt da rein? Das ist ja die Zahnbürste holen.
The window's all boarded up, and it's very dark in there. Is that an old toothbrush?
Brauche ich wahrscheinlich wieder ein Brecheisen oder so. Kann ich vielleicht mit dem Messer hier was
I
Bretter
don't want to
abreißen?
wreck my brand new shiny knife.
Gut, also nicht mit dem Messer. Mit dem Schrumpfkopf werde ich es auch nicht aufkriegen. Das Plüschtier
It's
drücken.
soft and extra fuzzy.
Das ist gut. Hab glaube ich aktuell nichts. Quizbuch öffnen. Habe ich ein neues Quiz? Eine neue Quizfrage? Nein, nur die erste. Gut. Gucken wir uns mal hier weiter um.
There was a time when every mooring would be filled with one of Stan's used ships. It always looks bigger on this side of the island. I remember when these torches lit up Stan's previously owned vessels like a carnival. Stan used this to clean his ships. It's all rusted out now. It's a dried up old sea sponge.
Nehmen wir noch mit. Weiß ja nie, wann man den gebrauchen kann.
There was a time when every mooring would be filled with one of Stan's used ships.
Okay. Dann sollen wir schon alles gesehen
Stan
haben.
used this to clean his ships. It's all rusted out now.
Oh, eine Quizkarte. Sehr gut. Sehen, ob wir das wissen. Wir können auch mal ins Quizbuch gucken. Was davon kann man auf dem Meeresboden nicht finden? Ein Geysir. Seetang findet man eine Krabbe im Walknochen, aber Geysir ist ein kleiner Wasserspeiender. Ja, eine Art wie ein Vulkan, bloß dass das Wasser ausbricht. Also ein Geysir kann man auf dem Meeresgrund nicht finden. Wow, ist weg. Hilfe. Tja, Karte weg, was soll's.
I remember when these torches lit up Stan's previously owned vessels like a carnival.
So, gehen wir weiter. Geht's hier noch irgendwo hin?
I remember when this place used to be wall to wall with sword training gyms. Now there's nothing but trees. Progress.
Na gut, gehen wir in eine andere Richtung.
This was where the fantastic Flying Fettuccine Brothers circus used to be. Nothing left but old tent pole holes. Wow, I could have had a totally different future if I'd stayed with them. Warning. The dark forest ahead is deadly and twisty. Maps are highly recommended.
Oh. Laufen wir erstmal hier über die Brücke.
Oh, I used to love these when I was 6. Museum of Pirate Lore. I used to love these when I was 6. Until I got trapped in one for 2 days. I think they're illegal now.
Dann gehen wir mal ins Museum, würde ich sagen.
Hi there. Welcome to the Melee Island Museum of Pirate Lore. I'm Conrad. the curator and docent here. I also edit the Pirate Times newsletter. Here, take my business card.
Thanks.
The museum showcases the largest collection of pirate memorabilia in the Caribbean. Or on Malay Island at the very least. The provenance of each item has been very carefully researched and fact-checked by myself and my team. Feel free to explore. And if you have any questions, just ask.
What can you tell me about this eye patch?
That's the pride of the collection. It belonged to Captain John Laney, the pirate of 1,000 faces. Supposedly, it had voodoo powers that would disguise him. I tried it on though, and nothing happened.
Das Vitrinenschloss inspizieren.
There's some very tiny writing on it.
Versuchen wir nochmal unseren Trick.
Well, the numbers are a little clearer, but still too tiny to read.
Okay, jetzt müssen wir das Vergrößerungsglas noch weiter vergrößern.
That is a really big parrot. Wonder how many hands it's eaten. What do you feed it?
Thieves, mostly.
Good to know. It's a working parrot. I shouldn't bother it. What was this cinder you've got on the wall?
Oh, that. Yeah, that was an unsent love letter written by Elaine Marley while she was governor of the island.
What? Elaine?
The recipient was referred to only as Plunder Bunny.
That's me!
It was a really touching letter. Unfortunately, I put the candle too close to it.
What did it say? Tell me what she said.
Oh, you know, love letter stuff. Honestly, I don't remember a word of it, but it was touching.
Thanks a lot. Tell me about this hunk of wood.
That's an original plank from the Golden Hind, autographed by Francis Drake himself.
That's a nice oar.
The one with the coffin, yeah. The coffin had a lot of water damage when I got it from the voodoo lady in town. But I managed to restore it. It was used by a certain well-known captain in a daring escape from a Turkish prison.
The water damage is actually from the swamp on Scab Island.
Unlikely. The prison in question is nowhere near Scab Island.
I'm just trying to help.
Thanks. I've got it under control.
Ich glaube, das ist das Plakat, das ich gemacht habe.
What's the story with the wanted poster?
That is the earliest known wanted poster for Captain Kate Capsize. You can tell how notorious she was by the huge number of crimes listed there. Very impressive. I got it from a collector on Fat Island.
Those are my own crimes, actually. I was pretty much public enemy number one on Fat Island at the time. I stuck Kate's picture on there so she'd get thrown in jail.
That would never work. Nobody's that clueless in real life.
You don't believe me?
It's not a question of belief.
Never mind. It's not important.
Genau, ein Spoiler, ne?
Eye patch worn by Captain John Laney, the pirate of 1,000 faces. What's this melted lump of metal?
It used to be a mug. It was melted by some kind of acid. It was found in the Malay jail many years ago, after an incident where like 20 pirates escaped.
Hey, I did that. I had to keep pouring the grog from mug to mug because it was melting them. I had an armload of mugs and I juggled them all the way from the scum bar to the jail. Also, I could get Otis to join my crew. Not my greatest decision in retrospect.
That's a pretty wild story.
I'm telling you the truth.
I'm sure you are, but it just doesn't quite square with the official record. So it's hard to substantiate.
Substantiate? You've got an eyewitness.
Eyewitnesses are notoriously inaccurate. Human memory is plastic and suggestible.
Not yours, apparently.
No, of course not. I deal in facts.
That map looks familiar.
That's 1/4 of the original map to the treasure of Big Whoop. I got it from the cartographer on Low Street. Apparently, he was somehow involved in the search for Big Whoop.
About all Wally managed to do was get kidnapped by LeChuck's henchmen.
That's not the way he tells it.
You should think about hiring a research assistant.
Oh, I did. Unpaid, of course. Intern.
Tell me again about the map.
That's 1/4 of the original map to the treasure of Big Whoop.
Okay.
How on earth do you have that note?
Oh yeah, that's very interesting. That was found tucked inside of a book at the Fat Island Library. It's the actual note left by the ghost pirate LeChuck when he kidnapped Governor Marley.
I know what it is. The lookout handed it to me just before I finished my 3 trials. I was crushed, but undaunted. I gathered a crew and I sailed to Monkey Island to save her. Not that she needed it, as it turned out.
Wow, man, you're really into this. I've got a role-playing group on Thursday nights.
This is absurd. It's like this whole wall is stuff from my personal adventures, but somehow I'm not even mentioned in your stories.
That's what's so great about this museum. Everyone makes their own connections with the exhibits, and it's highly personal and different for everyone.
That's not what I'm trying to say at all.
That's okay. You don't need to say anything. Just listen to what the exhibits tell you.
Fine.
Okay, betreten wir mal einen Lagerraum. Oh, das ist ja nicht viel. Papageienfutter?
It's cracker mix. Some assembly required.
Gut, wieder was für unser großes Inventar und noch eine Quizkarte. So, na gut, dann gucken wir mal in unser Quizbuch. Das erste Spiel, das das System verwendete. Ich glaube Maniac Mansion. Ja. Sehr gut. Zurück. Und jetzt gehen wir wieder raus aus dem Lagerraum.
What's the significance of the peg leg?
That belonged to the infamous Peg Leg Patty. She used to hide a spare cutlass in it, in case of capture. Sadly, that's the reason she's no longer with us.
Versuchen wir mal das Papageienfutter. Beziehungsweise wir lesen
Especially
was.
fortified for the healthy parrot diet. It doesn't seem interested.
Schade. So, haben wir sonst noch was? Jetzt gehen wir erstmal wieder raus, weil wir das aktuell nicht raufkriegen. Ne?
Is this a left hook or a right hook?
That once belonged to the dread pirate Meat Hook. Supposedly he was ambidextrous. Also, he used to live right here, on Melee.
Na gut. Sonst noch was hier? Nö. Na dann. Laufen wir mal schnell in den violetten Blumenbewunder.
Ooh, purple flowers. These must be catmint, or wisteria, or sweet rocket. A classic specimen of Alata needleus, a carnivorous vascular dicot known for its tasteful coloration, slight wiggle, and loads of tiny, sharp teeth.
Hier lang gehen. Sonst noch was? Da lang gehen. Hier lang oder da lang? Gehen wir hier lang, weil das nicht so, weil wir da am nächsten dran sind. Hier geht Pilze.
Ach.
Wieder violette Blumen, sind das dieselben?
Ooh, purple flowers. These must be teasel, or alliums, or clematis. I'm hopelessly lost without a map.
Okay. Karten gibt es ja beim Wally in der Stadt. So, jetzt gehen wir erstmal noch hier rum. Hier war ja der Meat Hook früher.
Meat Hook's museum is gone. So is the cable to his island. It's just as
Schade.
well, given the worldwide rubber chicken with a pulley in the middle shortage.
Na gut, dann gehen wir hier zur oberen Straße zurück. So.
No one ever works together. All want their own prize.
Gibt es jetzt was Neues in der Gasse in der Zwischenzeit? Nö. Türe öffnen, Schild lesen.
Employees only.
Okay. Na dann, nicht. Dann gehen wir jetzt zum Wally und fragen ihn, ob der uns helfen kann. Karte vom Wald. Kann ich noch so ein Monokel
They're
legen?
like glasses, only way less convenient. Better to have one for each eye.
If you say so.
Können wir die vielleicht kombinieren, ne? Sehen.
If one monocle is good, two is better.
Sehr gut.
Hey, Wally. I'm looking for a tree to make a stupid mop from. Have you got a map for that?
So the cook has sent you on one of his spiritual journeys? Been a while since I made one of those mop tree maps. What kind of tree is it again?
I don't know. A wood one?
That's okay. Just bring me a sliver of the wood and I can work it out from there. I'm that good.
Bye.
Okay. Dann müssen wir vielleicht was von dem anderen Mob abschnitzen. Ne? So. Schnell hier lang. Oh, du warst vorher noch nicht da.
Hi.
Are you my waiter? I want the excellent dish I had at the governor's mansion last week. I don't know what it's called, but it was sort of, a hot food.
Yeah, but I'm not...
It had ingredients in it or something.
I'm not your waiter.
I already told your incompetent cook this, but he still hasn't brought me my dinner.
I don't work here. I'm not a waiter.
Hop to it!
Right away, sir.
Yarr.
Fancy.
Na gut. Ich weiß nicht, ob der noch eine Bedeutung hat. Kann man den noch was wegnehmen? Nee, mit dem versuchen wir es erstmal nicht.
Oh, you look like the health inspector tasted your stew. Or you did.
Worse. Marlin is here.
Who?
The customer I have nightmares about. He's the only importer of yak fat on the island, so I need to keep him happy, but he makes that impossible. Today he wants me to make him a dish that he ate last week at some kind of event at the governor's mansion. But of course he doesn't remember what it's called or know what's in it or even remember what color it was. He says he thinks it has ingredients in it. I don't have the slightest idea what to make.
If I brought you a recipe, could you make it?
Of course. I'm a cook. See the hat?
Oh, look behind you! A three-headed monkey!
I do know a great stew recipe for monkey heads, but I can't think about that right now.
I'll see what I can find out.
Thanks.
Heimlich versuchen, das Messer mal kurz an den Mob, dass man da wenigstens einen Splitter ab...
Stay away from my mom.
Okay, den müssen wir wahrscheinlich erst...
Ugh, I remember that stench as if it were yesterday.
Dem erst nochmal aus dem Gouverneurspalast aus der Gouverneursvilla, sagen wir Palast, ein Rezept besorgen. Und da erstmal wieder hin. Zum Glück kann man hier rennen, ne? Das macht das alles ein bisschen schneller. Wissen wir jetzt wenigstens, was wir hier wollen? Zutaten von Barbie.
Can I borrow a book?
You never brought back the last book you borrowed. You never even apologized.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm hearing the words, but somehow they aren't helping. I need more than that.
Entschuldigen. Ein hochmoderner Stift. Der Frosch war doch so ein Vergebungsstift, Frosch, oder? Dich mit dem Vergebungsfrosch entschuldigen.
This is for you.
You're giving me a frog?
It's a forgiveness frog, for when words aren't enough.
You haven't even bothered to write anything personal on this frog. That's just rude. I reject your frog.
Okay. Dann müssen wir halt was auf den Frosch drauf kritzeln.
Dear Carla. Sorry for losing the book I borrowed. I value that you are dedicated to dedication. as shown by your actions at Portobello. Please accept my humblest apology. I've implemented a reminder system for myself.
So, versuchen wir es nochmal. 10.
This is for you.
Dear Carla, ugh, it looks like you tried to include personal details, but then you got them wrong. You don't know me at all. I reject your frog.
Kriegen wir denn das raus? Ich gucke jetzt mal, ob man auf ihrer Statue was erkennen kann. Oder auf dem Porträt.
Ugh, looks like Carla wasn't too keen on getting her portrait done. Edgy.
Wir gucken nochmal auf der Statue nach, ob man da was sieht.
Honoring Malay Island's 27th governor, Carla the Swordmaster, for her heroic actions at Port Elizabeth. The problem with this statue is it's not a statue of Elaine, the best ever governor of Malay. Honoring Malay Island's 27th governor, Carla the Swordmaster, for her heroic actions at Port Elizabeth.
Okay, dann probieren wir es jetzt nochmal. Also, wir nehmen unseren Frosch und schreiben was drauf. Also Carla heißt, das kann ja nicht falsch sein. Buch ausleihen kann auch nicht falsch sein.
I appreciate that you're keen on bluntness.
Port
As shown by your actions at Port Elizabeth, please accept my humblest apology. I promise to do better in the future.
So, mal sehen, wenn wir jetzt den Frosch geben. Ist besser oder schlechter?
This is for you.
Dear Carla, I'm impressed, Guybrush. Surprisingly thoughtful. Considering it's you, I'm strangely moved to forgive you for losing my book. And I'll treasure this frog as a memento of the time you did something right.
Sehr gut, da kann ich mir vielleicht das Rezeptbuch nochmal ausleihen.
It's a cookbook. It has 4 stars, but it looks like they're for difficulty. Can I borrow this cookbook?
You cook like a cow.
That's why I need the cookbook.
Oh, all right. I was upset after you lost the last one, but you seemed genuinely sorry, so I guess I'll give you another chance.
Thanks. I won't let you down. I'll definitely return this.
Na, das werden wir mal sehen. So, und dann gehen wir mit dem Kochbuch noch fix zum Koch. Ganz schnell. Geben das mal.
I found this at the governor's mansion.
Aha! The mystery dish must be in there. I have no idea which one it'll be, so I'll just have to make them all. I'd better get to work. Thanks, Guybrush.
Jetzt hab ich doch einen Geschmack. So, habe ich jetzt hier einen Schnitz? Ja. Okay.
Keep your hands off my mop.
Okay. Wop, wop. Aber ich habe jetzt einen Holzblöcke. Den geben wir jetzt zum Wally. So.
Wally, here's a sample of the wood you wanted. Can you make me a map now?
10 Minuten später.
Sure, here it is.
Thanks, Wally.
Okay, und mit dieser Karte machen wir uns dann in der nächsten Folge auf, den Baum zu finden, mit dem ich meinen persönlichen Wischmopp anfertigen kann. Gut, bis dahin sage ich Tschüss, macht's gut, euer Astronier. Tschüssi.